The alarm rang for the second time. Atsumu was in a deep sleep, his pillow on top of his head. He was peacefully sleeping until Osamu burst into his room, yelling, "Ugh! Turn that off, it's been going off since 6. Why have an alarm when you're not even going to get up? Shut up. Let me sleep. No, you woke me up. Get out." Atsumu took a pillow and threw it at Osamu, making him leave the room. Atsumu yawned and tried to go back to sleep, but he couldn't. He sat up and sighed. Stupid Samu. He frowned and headed to the bathroom for a shower. Afterward, he changed into a hoodie and pants. Since he had the day off, he decided to go to the cafe for a cup of coffee. As he made his way downstairs, about to open the door, he heard an argument coming from the kitchen. He quietly sneaked over and eavesdropped on the conversation. "I don't understand why you keep spending your money on unnecessary stuff. We're already drowning in debt because of your careless spending, and you're pushing us further into this mess. Oh, so now it's all my fault, is it? You're never around to help, and I have to handle everything myself, including bills. I work hard to provide for this family, and all you do is squander our money. It's like you have no respect for what I do." "Respect? You want respect? Maybe if you were here more often and didn't ignore our needs, I wouldn't have to spend to fill the void you leave. This is ridiculous. I can't take this anymore. You need to change your ways, or I don't know if I can stay in this marriage. Maybe I'd be better off without someone who can't understand me and my needs." Atsumu felt a bit surprised, but not really shocked. He leaned against the wall and let out a sigh, showing his annoyance more than worry. A small frown appeared on his face, and his eyes started to fill with tears. He wiped his eyes and quietly left the house. He made it to the cafe and slowly opened the door, ordering a coffee. As he was about to sit down at a table, he spotted a familiar face. He walked over and saw that it was Sakusa. Atsumu joined him and gave him a light smile. Sakusa was sipping coffee and reading in a book, not noticing someone had sat across from him. "What cha reading?" Atsumu's familiar voice made Sakusa raise his head. He put down the book and raised an eyebrow at the blonde. "What are you doing here?" "Just trying to get away from things." "What about you?" "I needed a quiet place to read this. And a coffee shop is the best idea." "Why not the park?" "There's too much dirt and germs." "Same Omi like always. How much times did I tell you about that nickname Tsum? That you loved it? And whoa, you gave me a nickname." "Shut up. Don't push it." Atsumu chuckled and gave a light smile to Sakusa. Sakusa watched Atsumu, almost daydreaming about him. He let out a tiny smile but quickly reverted to his usual, composed expression. "Omi, did I see a smile?" "No, you're hallucinating." Maybe I didn't." The smile on Atsumu's face faded, and he sipped his coffee. He looked out the window, watching all the cars pass by. "What's up with you? Something's wrong." "Oh, it's nothing." "No. Where's that pretty smile?" Atsumu looked at Sakusa, his face turning as red as a cherry. He was shocked by the compliment Sakusa had given him, knowing that Sakusa rarely gave compliments to anyone. "Pretty smile. Hat. Yeah." Sakusa blushed and put his hand behind his head. "To be honest, I kinda like you with the mask off." Atsumu reached over the table and slowly pulled Sakusa's mask under his chin. They both made eye contact, their cheeks turning red. Their heads began to move closer, as they were about to kiss, but suddenly, they heard someone call out for Atsumu. They quickly returned to their normal positions. Sakusa pulled his mask back up, blushing, and Atsumu nervously laughed, looking over to his right. Kiddo was standing there with a smile on his face, giving a small wave. Atsumu smiled, but Sakusa looked annoyed. Hey, what are you doing here? Just a bit hungry so. I stopped by but I saw you. Oh. Wanna join us? Sure, if that's fine with him. It's okay. Sakusa muttered slowly, not looking in Kita's direction. Kita smiled and sat down next to Atsumu. What were you guys talking about? Oh, nothing. But you're still up for movie night? Yup. 3 p.m. right? So don't forget. Sakusa sat there, growing increasingly annoyed. He cast a disgusted expression toward Kita as he and Atsumu continued to talk. As their conversation continued, Sakusa's annoyance intensified. Finally, he stood up with his book in hand, capturing the attention of both Atsumu and Kita. Where you going, Omi? I just gotta leave. I forgot I have something to do. Before Atsumu could respond, Sakusa left the cafe, leaving him and Kita behind. Kita felt a sense of guilt and frowned. I'm sorry, I think I interrupted something. No, it's fine, I don't think you did. You sure? Of course. Sakusa walked down the street with an annoyed and angry expression. He despised the way Kita was close to Atsumu, and he felt resentment towards Kita for seemingly stealing Atsumu's attention away from him. Sakusa sighed and made his way to the Miya's house. He knocked on the door and waited for it to be answered. The twins' mother welcomed him with a smile and let him in. Sakusa went up to Osamu's room and opened the door, only to find Osamu and Suna kissing. He made a disgusted face and coughed ahem. Oh. Haikyu. Didn't expect you to be here. Could've at least knocked. You're lucky I didn't tell Atsumu about you guys. He can't do anything. Whatever. Why are you even here? Nothing. Oh, is it about Atsumu? What do you mean by that? I see the way you look at him, Rin. Drop it. I don't think my own best friend would even have a crush, my brother. Fine. Question. What's up with the new guy? What do you mean? Kita is a weirdo. What did he do? I'm homie. Never mind. Okay. Sakusa walked out of the room and closed the door behind him. As he did, he noticed Atsumu walking up the stairs, and he silently followed behind him. Tsum. Aw fuck. Atsumu hits his toe on the wall. Are you okay? Sakusa picked up Atsumu, who looked up at him and blushed. Atsumu's hand rested on Sakusa's chest as he gazed into his eyes. No, I hit my toe because of you. Now put me down. Suit yourself. Sakusa did as he said and dropped him. Motherfuck, I didn't mean drop me. Want me do it over? No. Good. Atsumu rolled his eyes and went to his room. Sakusa followed him. I just realized, why are you here? You ditched me. Had important stuff with Samu. Seems to me you and my brother have something going on. What? Repeat that sentence. I ain't stutter. Me and Samu? Not going to happen. SakuAtsu is a good ship though. I rather SakuAtsu. Is that me and yours? Yeah. Atsumu sat on the bed and pulled Sakusa by his collar with a tiny smirk on his face. He said, we can make it happen, huh? What? Sakusa blushed and pushed Atsumu down on the bed, but that only made him land on top of Atsumu because Atsumu still held his collar. Now they were both in a blushing mess. Don't joke like that. I thought it was funny. Trying to flirt but failing, yeah, kinda funny. Hey. It was funny. Atsumu tugged on Sakusa's collar again, pulling him closer towards him. Their faces were an inch close to each other. Everything stopped for a moment, their eyes focused on one another's. It wasn't until Atsumu leaned in that they kissed. Sakusa's eyes opened wide while Atsumu's closed. Sakusa finally closed his eyes, and the kiss deepened. He switched their positions, making Atsumu on top of him. Atsumu put his hands around Sakusa's neck, while Sakusa had his around Atsumu's waist, gently moving him back and forth. They were too lost in the moment to realize the door was opening. Osamu walked in. "Atsumu, did you? What the fuck?"